it might be considered racist.
I mean, I think you should say it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, Manny, I don't think Josh knew.
What?
I don't think he knew you couldn't do that.
Oh.
When I told him it was level 3 with con modifier 25, he was like, fuck.
So he messed up. 95 is a possibility, which would, I think, is level 11 with a con modifier of 2. Which is much more reasonable. Alright.
Honestly, like, I was just in the calculator messing with numbers, and 95 came up with a good amount.
See, I equationed it. I did math, and then I was like, wait a minute.
Here, I'll do something prettier than...
No money?
97's a prime number, and 87...
all screwed up. Are you kidding me?
I think that image is supposed to be a little bigger, Nick.
Yeah, it is. How could you tell?
Oh, there was wizard in there?
Alright, we're gonna try this again. Sometimes it automatically fills at the background, sometimes I have to drag it out. I love Roll20. It's definitely not my second choice.
What's your first choice?
In person.
Oh. I was gonna say, like, you tried Owlbear too? I was like...
Like, roll 18?
Roll 19.
That is the worst joke ever.
Thank you.
Roll 18.
Hang on a minute, Josh.
What, is he watching?
No.
Or are you still, like, arguing with him about the stats?
Okay.
What's that silly goose up to?
Also, sorry about the delay with getting this started, guys. I should have been here a little bit earlier.
That's fine.
Trust me, dude, it's fine. I still don't have all my spells written down.
I also, it took me a while to figure out my mic setup. Oh.
It took me a while to figure out how to...
Oh, how do I roll dice? Now that I've figured out how to do things.
And you type in roll or slash
roll. Or there's a little, like, by the paint thing in the corner.
Oh, that's actually really nice. You can roll.
Luke, turn your camera on and roll 20.
Oh, cool, yeah.
My camera is on.
Fudge.
You might need to reload it.
Wait, I can see my camera on. Okay, hold on.
Can
Manny, no. Manny, no.
18!
Yay!
Okay, I don't need...
Oh my god, Josh.
What'd he do?
What did he do this time?
No, the source of this paladin with 97 hit points.
It's the source is what?
Oh my god, it's a Reddit post.
No!
Oh no! No!
Bro! I think he saw it forever ago, because apparently it was in his notes for an NPC. Oh my god. Alright,
No,
hang on.
Josh.
I gotta... Don't tell Manny.
It's an r/Family Guy!
So wait, Nick, can you not see me?
Here, wait, let me open it again. No.
Okay, hold on, let me reload then, see what happens.
Yeah.
No, I don't want the tutorial. Alright. Mute.
Oh my god.
You see me now, Nick?
Yep, I can.
Perfect.
Yeah, sometimes it's funky.
I can tell.
Odds are good that you are all going to disappear one by one during the course of this session. That's fine.
What's going on?
No Peter Griffin Easter egg
There's gonna be a Peter Griffin. Oh.
Alright. Okay. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Except for Abe,
Shoot.
Name's not ready.
Did I actually... No, I still have it. Good. Okay. Nice. Okay, whenever, I mean... Okay. I guess I'll get it started. Does anyone want me to do a recap of the rundown? Or just like a recap of what this is all about?
Very nice. That'd be
Okay.
extremely appreciated.
Who doesn't like a good little intro?
Not like I didn't read the lore doc or anything.
It was like,
But,
a
like-
page, Tyler.
It would be nice.
Okay, so if you didn't already get the message, this is a campaign based on Clockwork Angels. So, Clockwork Angels is an album by my favorite band, Rush, and it's a concept album about a young boy kind of going out into the world and just experiencing it. And so that album eventually got swapped over into a novel. And I read the novel about 2 summers ago, and that's when I got the idea. I'm like, wait, this could actually work. It's like a weird kind of campaign thing. And so here we are, doing a campaign based off Clockwork Angels. And so in this
Awesome.
campaign, we are all starting in the small town of Emerald Rivers. Small, beautiful village in the middle of Albion. And you know, it's just your typical steampunk village. It has a winding river running through it. Towns generally have that like German, Tudor-esque building style of half-timbered wood going up and down. And so, you know, your whole life, you kind of, I mean, some of your characters are different. I talked with everyone about their backstories. But for the people in the town, you kind of stay in that town. You start small. And you kind of know what you're doing from day one. Your parents have it all figured out. You're going to be a pair worker. You're going to work in the mines. You're going to be a lawyer. That's kind of decided from the get-go. And overall, this world's a happy place. It's stable. It's looked over by the watchmaker in Crown City, who's kind of kept everything peaceful and stable for over a century. And you've heard of the wonders of Crown City, and just how everything's made of gold, and the beauty of the Clockwork Angels who proclaim your fate before your very eyes. And that, you know, interests people, but at the same time, they're content to live out their ways just the way it's put in front of them. And so, we start in Emerald Rivers. Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm getting a link. I'm buying time by still talking. I'm doing a good job, right,
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah, you do fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're in Emerald Rivers. It is summer, and it's time for the Watermelon Festival. So, every town in Albion has its specialty. And for Little Emerald Rivers here, it's going to be watermelons. And so every year, as declared by the watchmaker, there is a festival to celebrate the harvest. And here we are in beautiful Little Emerald Rivers. Thatched roofs dot the town. Watermills line the river and power like small watermelon mills that make watermelon wine. Cobblestone streets line the way. In front of the town, on one of the bridges, lies a little stone angel. Yeah, but the streets are busy right now. Tons of people from out of town actually visiting and stopping by to see everything, coming off the steamliner track to the city. Even regulators, normally not seen in town, are around to make sure everything's a-okay. There's no crime going on, nothing out of the ordinary. So, we're gonna start with young man walking through town. His name, I do believe, to be Melvin Hobbs. And Hobbs You're taking a stroll. You're taking a stroll, looking
Yeah.
around. At the festival, at the vendors, at all these weird, wacky sites that you normally don't see in Emerald Rivers that often. It's normally quiet. You see vendors off to the side selling honey pies. You see all the watermelon winemakers, like, totally suckering up to tourists and getting them to try it, seeing their disgusting faces and being like, no, it's a delicacy, trust me. I don't know. Are you just taking your time walking about, or
I'm probably wouldn't walk through here much, if anything. Just walking around looking at all these idiots. Like, it's a fucking watermelon. Can you not just buy them? You had to travel this far for a festival about watermelons? Like,
what? You're not drawn to the watermelons?
look, I'm sure I enjoy a good watermelon as much as the next guy. But a festival? That's a little much, alright? Like, I'm probably like looking at the tourists being like, oh my god, this is such a good watermelon. Oh, let's get a watermelon cup. And I'm just like, why would you waste your money? Stay at home. Don't travel. Buy a watermelon at home. Like, come on. It's
Do you act on these feelings in any way, or is it just silent judgment?
probably a good amount of silent judgment, you know, maybe occasionally walking up to someone at like a stall who's like, oh my god, this is so cool. And be like, and come back next week, it's like half right.
Okay. And as you walk around, I mean, you notice you've lived in this town, right, with your dad, your whole life. So you know the faces. Of course, there's a lot of new faces, people from out of town stopping by that you don't recognize. You want to make a perception check for me?
Sure. Are we rolling in the bot?
In the bot or dice, I'll take your word for it.
Great
Well,
first goal of the
these-
campaign.
These
Hold on.
tourists are idiots. What do they know?
Wait,
Ruining the little town, outsiders, foreigners coming into this town, ruining it, buying up all the real estate. It's horrible. You should build a wall.
yeah, no, that's
Oh my god.
Alright, so, if I remember correctly, your character's, roughly 17, 18?
yeah.
Okay, so they've gotten their card, their certificate from the watchmaker saying, you are now going to be a young adult soon. We congratulate you and look forward to seeing your promise in your career of choice. I don't know. What are your thoughts on your life going forward? I
Someone
mean,
else deciding for me?
Huh?
Someone else deciding my life for me?
I don't know, what has your father been telling you?
Dad's a drunk, right? He doesn't do shit. Like, I don't spend a lot of time at home. I don't want to be around him.
Okay.
So he's probably just, I don't know, he probably works in the mine now. I don't, honestly, in character, I might not even, because I'm just like walking around. Like, I don't want to be around.
Okay, well, it's funny that you mentioned that because, today's the day of the Watermelon Festival. Your dad is the day off. And you notice good old Derek strutting up to you in the town square. My boy, how's it going?
Hey, Dad. Oh, have you been to that tavern? I think it's new. Trying to distract him. Can I distract him?
Okay, just talk with me a bit here. Try to distract him. Hey, boy, I'm feeling a little thirsty. Want to come into the tavern with me?
I don't know, Dad. I was just gonna go over there and get some watermelon. But have you seen that new tavern back over that way a little bit?
Why would we go to the old new tavern. We always have time stand still tavern, our favorite.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
but look over towards the tavern. It's very busy.
Is it? I would not believe he does turn around. Do you take the
I
chance
can't.
to like?
Guys, self.
All right. And what do you disguise yourself as?
A tourist, a
A
random ass,
tourist. A random
Yep.
tourist.
and slide off into the crowd.
All right. You kind of like hear a faint muttering behind your back, like, "Wait, Melvin? Where did that boy go? Ah, he's gone to the tavern. I'll meet him there." And he walks off. Make one more perception check for me. Because you're, running around. You're kind of like wary of what's going on around you, making sure your father's not following you.
Ooh, I got a. That's a 15.
Okay. You notice that someone off to the side, standing next to one of the tents, is kind of eyeing you. He's got a sharp goatee. And I don't know, it seems like you look toward him, and he looks away a bit to seem as though his attention's not on you. Do you just kind of pass this off like maybe I'm being overreactive? Do you
Do I get the sense that he saw me cast Guy's self? And
possibly? It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, but he's not looking at me anymore.
No, he looked away.
I'm gonna try to blend in with the crowd.
Okay. Alright. Okay. And so, as you kind of blend into the crowd, you bump into this person who looks a bit like a soldier? Wait, how do I name? Repeats forever. Wonderful. I'm a professional, guys.
Do you want to know how like put on a new track?
Yeah, I'm doing that quickly.
Yeah, all you have to do is hit play.
I'm
Or
a Dumbo. Okay. You kind of bump into this soldier-looking fellow. Unbeknownst, actually no, you would recognize him. This is Calvin Hawk. He's also taking a strut around town at this point.
hey, watch it, kid.
And so your paths cross. Melvin, we're gonna fade back to you for a bit as we kind of follow Calvin walking around. And so you're also taking a look at these surroundings. Any thoughts on this watermelon festival that I've described?
Completely opposite of what Melvin was thinking about. Calvin loves this festival.
Yeah,
Like he's like,
that's what I
this is
thought.
my jam. I love meeting new people. Like all these tourists. I get to hear more about like the outside world. It's just like this is just awesome. Like
Yeah, and so you've been back, in town for how long? Since working in the military in
Yeah.
Town City?
yeah, he's been back for a few weeks now. Definitely like he was like put on was like standby, so it's just like so you have some downtime, just go back home and visit with friends and family and stuff. So he's like, awesome, the watermelon festival lined up right with my trip home. This is great. I want to like he's probably probably if I could like see if I could spend what little gold I have just buying random knickknacks and like
How much gold do you have?
let's see here. Inventory. I have please hold.
One moment, please.
I have some. I know I do. Oh, okay. I have 66 gold pieces and 30 silver.
That's quite a
Ow.
solid amount.
Wow.
Shit. Military pays well.
It does.
Yeah, a recent
Alright,
paycheck.
you
He's
wanna
looking to
look at some
spend.
of the vendors?
Yeah, he is.
Alright, passed by one vendor who's selling honey pies. Honey pies, anything you want in it. Anything you want, including watermelon. 5 silver, 5 silver. Keep walking along, there's someone who's like, big watermelons! We don't have just watermelons, we have big watermelon. Like, we're talking big. 1 gold, that's all we're asking for, a big watermelon.
I wanna go up to the big watermelon guy. Like,
Alright.
be like, morning, sir.
Morning! Can I interest you in something a little big, perhaps?
How big we talking?
We're talking big. Like,
Can I
watermelon. Big watermelon.
can I see how big these watermelons are?
Why, yes, of course. And he lumbers up. It's a little bit
Big
bigger than a
watermelon.
normal watermelon.
Just slightly.
It's not like noticeably.
Okay. I mean, 1 gold. You sure you couldn't lower the price for me? I mean, military discount maybe?
Military discount. Well, we love to respect our regulators here. All it's for the best. Yeah, we can give you. I'll lower it to 8 silver.
7 and we got a deal.
I like this one. I like this guy. Get him a big watermelon, fellas. And 2 guys from the back, like, heave over your slightly larger than average watermelon.
Pleasure doing business with you. I think he's probably just gonna like take his like rope and like strap the watermelon to his back.
Good day, sir. Bless the watchmaker.
Bless the watchmaker.
Alright, and you keep kind of wandering around. More weird vendors. One selling like random sets of dice. And we don't want to talk about that, dude. You do see one strange vendor, though. It's an older man with a long beard, a top hat, a 18th century coat, and he's walking around with a steam cart, advertising exotic wares. Get your exotic wares over here. He makes eye contact with you, and he seems to like almost focus you out in the crowd and go, "You, sir, look like you could use something exotic."
I mean, sounds intriguing. What sort of stuff you got?
We'll get to that. I have a question for you.
Fire away.
What do you lack?
Experience? I mean,
Experience.
I'd like. I've been to only a few places in this world. I mean, I haven't even seen the capital city.
Huh. Well, to me, good sir, it seems like you want for little.
Pardon?
But experience is a good thing for a young man to want. How can I... Well... I do have this, and he does go down into his cart and pull out some weird golden framed photos, and he's like, "These are some chronotypes of Crown City. It's not the real deal, but surely, could give you some of the experience you're looking for."
How would these give me? Oh, how much?
Well, might be a little steep. These are antiques after all. 3 gold apiece.
3 gold, 3 gold. 2 gold, and I give you this large watermelon.
I like your spunk. Oh, Sure. Hand over the 2 gold.
All right. He gives over the watermelon. Like, thank you. What is this again?
This is a photo of the Clockwork Angels, and you take a look, and it's beautiful. Almost, you can't tell if it's a print or a painting, the way it's crafted. It looks so realistic. Of this golden tower, and at the very top, in 4 separate doors, are 4 angelic figures with their wings almost made of harps, seemingly beckoning to something beneath them.
This would look nice on my wall. All right.
I look forward to seeing you more, Mr. Hawk.
I never told you my name.
No, you did not. And he starts to walk away.
Huh. That was a weird guy. Probably just gonna go off meander about the town a little bit more. Actually, probably gonna, he's probably gonna head on over towards the bar so he can hang up his picture in his room.
Alright. So you do strut in to Time Stand Still Tavern. But right here we're gonna take a quick pause as we shift over to someone kinda walking quietly. Oh wait. Are you kidding me? That's the wrong link. Okay. Just enjoy the little shuffle for a second. Alright. So we're gonna shift over to someone who's kind of covering their face up, standing to the side of a tavern, watching the crowd go by. This being a young Jack Morrow. Jack, you've been in town for a few months after, the incident. What are you doing right now? How are you making do?
Right now, he obviously isn't doing the best. Looking through dumps, what trash cans there are. I think today he's thinking about using the tourist crowds to try and sneak a ride on the steamliner.
Gotcha. Okay. Any idea in particular how you're gonna do that? Or is it just kind of a general, you know what, I'm gonna go in and hope something works out?
No plans, just do it. Or gonna try anyway.
Okay. Any thoughts on this watermelon festival? Festival of melons of water?
There's a mild sense of nostalgia, growing up here. But other than that, for him, it's gonna be a means of escape.
Okay. So you're going through this town, packed to the brim. You do notice there are regulators here and there, in their blue military uniforms, walking in perfect formation, through the town. Are you trying to hide your face from them? Do you know if there's a warrant out for you, or are you just
do not
presuming
know.
there is?
I'm going to assume there is, and just lay low, maybe, not approach the station too aggressively. Kind of
Alright.
stay back a little bit.
Okay. So, and by this time, you've been in the town for a long time. You know the patterns.
Right.
The regulators follow the exact same route every single day, and they'll walk the exact same lines. You know what they're doing.
Right.
You can get around them. As you're kind of standing off to the side, you don't recognize him. Mr. Calvin Hawkwood, shopkeeper with a steam cart, walks by, seemingly confused, with a big watermelon on his cart, going, kind of like, you see him like place it off to the side and just keep walking. But he eventually spots you out with a gleam in his eye and says, "You there? I have a question for you." And he kind of starts approaching you.
I'm gonna take like a slight step back and say, "What the hell you want?"
I have a question for you, young man.
Shoot, stranger.
What do you lack? You notice that he's kind of staring intently at you with his one eye. His other eye is up in an eye patch.
Hmm. I'm gonna say, well, I lack the freedom that I want.
Freedom? What would you possibly want freedom to do?
Well, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go. I want to leave. I want to make my own destiny.
Make your destiny where, if I may ask?
Anywhere. Anywhere but here.
Inspiration point. Dang, okay.
What? What? I get an inspiration point for here?
Wait, was that not intentional?
No.
Okay. That last line, anywhere but here, is a Rush lyric for people paying attention.
So you telling me I get inspiration point if I quote Rush?
Not anymore.
It depends. It depends.
On accident.
If it's creative,
Point
yeah.
maybe?
Yeah, if it's
That was
creative,
completely
yeah.
accidental.
Holy shit. I thought that was definitely intentional.
No, it
Okay.
was not. I don't remember Rush lyrics for shit, Nick. Okay.
Thanks for telling me that. Alright. He looks at you, eyes you up and down. Well, maybe this will give you an idea of what you want to do. And he hands you a book. You glance at the title, and it simply reads, Before the Stability.
I'm intrigued. Is it... So, can I, like, quickly, like, flip through? Do I notice anything?
I mean, so it's mostly deep written words. You notice some writings about mass slaughterings, rape, chaos, hordes of people, barbarians. Some pictures. For the most part, it just seems like a brutal book.
And why do you give... Why this, stranger?
At this point, he's disappeared when you look
Oh.
back up.
Well, I'd be like, well, shit. I'll throw it in, I don't know, put it in my bag and get on with business.
Alright. Okay. Alright. And as you're kind of walking, looking at this book that's been handed to you, you notice two regulars kind of around the town, kind of stopping by. A young Catherine Stellan's home and the old Stellan's home family butler, Sir Albert Nickelback, taking a look around the town square. And so, Sir Albert, both parents are out of town, as you might recall. They wanted you to run some basic errands. Wanted you to keep Catherine inside generally, but she kind of tagged along, despite your wishes. And so she's out there with you, just kind of taking in the sights.
What a beautiful day it is, Miss Catherine. It's a
It's
wonderful
lovely, isn't it?
festival. I'm so glad you chose to go outside instead of inside like your parents wished you to do. But
That doesn't
regardless
bother
of
you,
that,
Nickelback?
not at all, Miss, my lady.
Alright.
Where would you like to? Where would you like to go?
Would it be
We're here
possible
after
to
all.
walk around on my own for a bit?
Of course, my lady. You know I cannot. He's like visually struggling. Just for like visualization, he's like 64, old, white hair, like top hat, like tailcoat, got like this cane with a card on it that he's like using to walk. Like, my lady, you know, your parents would not appreciate that, but they are not here, and neither am I. And he kind of like walks into the crowd.
Thank you, Albert. I'll see you around. And she kind of runs off.
The moment
towards
she
the,
runs
like,
off, he like
center of
peeks around the
square.
corner. He starts to follow her.
Well, she's looking around all the stops, all the vendors.
He's gonna like try to keep a safe distance, you know, to like watch her, but
And you know how to do that, right? You know how to keep a safe distance.
I do, and just to like help myself out in that regard, he's gonna like duck behind a stall, and he's going to flip his top hat inside out to become an English cap. His black tailcoat turns inside out, become just like a nice little neat coat, and with a little twist of the ferrule on his cane, it loses its rigidity, and he tucks it into his belt loop, and the card on the cane becomes a belt buckle.
All right.
And so he just begins milling around town, watching her as a completely different person.
So you
okay,
have
I was
like
gonna ask you to roll stealth, but
You
you
have-
know what you're doing.
you have like a belt cane. So like
I have a
two
belt
different
cane.
ways of like hitting people, like domestic abuse, like just in one.
No, 3 ways. Inside the belt cane, there's a rapier.
I believe that's called
Triple
domestic
threat, baby.
murder.
Yeah,
But,
that's just
I
homicide.
digress.
No one needs
Alright.
to know.
So I mean, Catherine's like pushing you in terms of she's kind of like moving quickly, taking in everything. On the way over,
Very
she was
heavily.
talking to you, and you kind of like think about some of it, and she was just kind of reminiscing about getting out to see the world, go and see Crown City, and asking you about, you know, your background a bit. And I don't know how much you've talked about your background with the family. Do you have a story that you tell Catherine, or
I tell her every night since she was a little girl. I used to tell her about the wonders of Crown City and how amazing it is there. But I always warned her as like, you know, little tidbit at the end: be careful. Crown City can be a very dangerous place for those who are not aware. Right, putting in my own personal experience, people like me. As for the family, nobody knows who I am, except he always got a like just a tinkling that maybe Sarah knew or had an inkling of doubt as to his character, who he might have been.
gotcha.
But she passed away soon enough for that, and he made the change in his life before she passed, so he kind of not redeemed himself, but it definitely could have been an issue if he had tried to go through and she was suspicious. But she was the only person who might have known.
Gotcha. Alright. And so you're following Catherine around. It's starting to get darker at this point. It's summer, so it's relatively late, but still the sun is starting to set. And you
Which is back to his
notice
butler
Catherine
attire.
go into Time Stand Still Tavern.
Oh, maybe she is of age. Should be careful, regardless. Just getting quite late. He's gonna walk into the tavern in his butler attire, mind you. He's going into Retriever. They've had their fun for the day. It's late now.
Gotcha.
It's past his bedtime.
Alright. So now that you're in this tavern over here, who's in the tavern? So it's going to be you, Sir Albert Nickelback. Catherine's at the counter. Up at the counter, it's also going to be a Calvin Hawk, possibly hanging up your chronotype. I like to imagine it's an older bar, so there's already a bunch of weird photos and pictures up on the wall of like old clients, friends, maybe some young pictures of you, Calvin, in the tavern. Your old man is serving drinks at the other side. Yeah.
I definitely think is like Because Calvin would hang out with people in the bar even when he was a little kid. Like he would probably it's probably like photos of him partying with like I would imagine like root beer while everyone else is like having real beer. And
Real beer, or oddly enough, watermelon wine.
watermelon wine.
Nowhere else, just here. And so you're going around. You get a pat on your back, and you recognize Derek Hobbs. And he's like, "Hey, Calvin, how's it going?"
Going all right, sir. How about
What a-
yourself?
Going fine. Love, a little glass of beer every now and then from the old man. You haven't seen my son in here, have you?
What was his name? Marvin?
Melvin.
Melvin. Ah, gotcha. Can't say that I have, but there has been a lot of people here today, so big crowd. So he'll turn up eventually.
Maybe he'll be here for the newsgraph reading. I'll stick around. He kind of wanders off to the other side where your old man is serving drinks. And yeah, you look around. It's a lot of familiar faces. A few tourists, like, seemingly weirded out by the watermelon wine, but trying it, being disgusted, pushing it away, and just ordering something else. In regards to the newsgraph reading, you hear a clock chime at around 7 sharp, and you see an old gentleman kind of walk in with a newsy cap and some papers in his hands. And, your father from behind the bar kind of yells, "All right, everybody, listen up, time for the news." The old newsgraph officer kind of adjusts his spectacles, sits down at the bar, starts reading. "All right, here's our news for tonight, Emerald Rivers. The watchmaker has stated there will be an earthquake at 7:33 a.m. tomorrow morning. Be prepared for that. It will be a small shake, nothing to worry about. Rain is to be expected at 2:15 p.m. The mayor will give his annual reading of the Watermelon Festival and Review at 7:30 a.m. Be sure to be there. And less delightful news, the wreckers have dismantled another ship carrying copper over to Poseidon. You hear murmuring kind of throughout the bar in general. Damn the wreckers! Wreckers go to hell! That's all I have for you tonight, Emerald Rivers. Thank you." And he kind of walks out and kind of murmurs, "All is for the best." Everyone raises the glass. "All is for the best." Melvin, what are you doing this night?
Melvin.
Huh?
What are you doing this night through town?
This night in the town, I'm probably doing a little people watching. Is the festival multi-day?
Yes.
Probably just like watching as like the last few stragglers are going into their various hotels, thinking about those freaking hotel owners and whatnot. They're probably just making a killing this week, and I'm getting older, and I can only keep stealing my dad's money for so long. So kind of wondering if maybe I should have gotten a part-time job during this time to make a little bit of money.
Gotcha. As you're kind of sitting there wondering about this, you hear a small, "Hey, Melvin!" from your side. You recognize this person to be Delilah Frederick. Old childhood sweetheart. Kind of like Your parents used to joke about both of you getting together, and you don't really feel that way anymore. But like, there's still like your parents are still kind of hoping for that. Um, as she kind of walks up to you.
Ugh, how many times? Don't call me Melvin anymore. Go by Ben.
Oh, sorry, Vin. How's it going? You enjoying the festival?
I mean, I don't really get how anyone is enjoying this. It's just a cash grab by every watermelon grower in the town, but
What do you mean? We do this every year. It's, I don't know. It's nice to have some sort of tradition.
yeah, but it's just what is the point of it? We grow watermelons. Everyone knows we grow watermelons, and then a bunch of people who come in from all over the place who just show up and I mean, sure they spend all their money, which is great if you own a business, but like it's so busy and it's just too much and it's pointless. It's a fucking watermelon. Who can't go to their? You can't just like find a watermelon. You can find one of our watermelons in most other villages anyway. Why do you need to travel all the way here? We're already bringing it to you. It's just a little bit pointless.
Really? Mel, and whatever you call yourself now. I mean, you used to be so content when we were kids, right? I mean, we had a perfect childhood here. Either you like it or not. Everything's nice and set up for us. I don't know why you're so angry about it all, with everything given to us to begin with.
It's just things have changed. All right, I've changed. Maybe change isn't a bad thing. I don't know. Like, part of me is just wondering when you're gonna grow up too.
I'll see you around then. All is for the best.
Yeah, you too.
She walks off. And at this point, we're gonna cut back to,
Damn!
we're gonna cut back to, Jack Morrow. Where are you staying these nights? In Emerald Rivers, Jack.
You know, for the most part, in alleyways, I try to, you know, hide in more enclosed spaces. So an alleyway is probably near a dumpster, probably, you know, place where I can maybe scavenge for some food and scraps, maybe build something.
You haven't
Maybe
been
get
looking for
something.
work.
No, it's too
Okay.
risky to look for work.
I mean, how do you sleep? How do you sleep at night? Do you ever think of
Uncomfortably.
the incident, or is it just something you're trying to get out of your head at all costs?
I think at this point it doesn't bother my character as much. I feel like he's gotten over it and seen it almost as something he needed to do to find what he wants.
And what does he want?
He doesn't know.
Interesting. So, yeah, you sit here and look out into the stars. Just living day to day, I guess. You know, focused on food and mechanical parts. You kind of hear some laughter erupt as someone opens the door of Time Standstill Tavern nearby. And it's Catherine with Sir Albert Nickelback going, "Wasn't that fun, Albert?"
Of course. Well, the festivities were very pleasant, indeed. Of course.
I don't know why Mom and Dad don't let me go out and do this stuff more often.
Well, Your parents are very, very wealthy.
Yeah.
And from there, the estate up the family line, of course.
Yeah.
But there's no, as much as I'd like to say there's no reason that to connect back to you, unfortunately, Catherine, you are one of the family name that is long and I cannot pronounce quite right yet. Um, you are a Stellan's home, and as such,
Nailed
you
it.
you should be treated as one, whether you like it or not.
What if I? What if I don't? Want to follow that path? What if I? What if I just want to? She kind of like is stopping now and turning to you. What if I want to go out and? I don't know. I just don't know if that's the right path for me. I'm not sure. It's like I've been told over and over, this is right, this is perfect, everything's been set up for me, but I haven't experienced anything else. I don't know if anything's better or worse.
Well, all walks of life are different, and you may not enjoy yours quite yet, but I can assure you that if you look into it some more, then of course you can. It's all about perspective.
Jack's really tempted to jump in at this point, but he's gonna stay silent for a little longer and listen.
Alright.
How close is Jack? Like
I don't know,
he's
maybe
in
like 40 feet down the alley.
40 feet down, like we're right outside the alleyway. Like
Yeah, it's just a quiet night, so your voices kind of reverberate down.
okay, got it.
I suppose
Well,
we could head back, Albert.
we should get going. It is quite late.
Right. And you two are gonna head back to the Stellan's home, which is right off the square.
The
Big,
Stones home
glorious
home.
mansion. Yeah. Yeah. um. All right, and one more cut. This time back to Calvin Hawk and the tavern. At this point, it's late. It's about 10 o'clock. Everyone's starting to filter out. People filter out early in this small town. It doesn't always go up late. You and your dad are kind of winding up the clocks for the night, making sure they're accurate. How's it going, Calvin?
It's going all right. I would say this festival's been pretty successful on the whole.
Well, I have to say it's nice having you back home for a little bit.
I mean, it's good to be back, but
It
there's
really hurt to see you go that first time. It so hurts a bit every time you go.
what's the matter? I'll be back. There's more of the world that I gotta see.
Well, I. You mean everything to me, Calvin. I've raised you since you were a young boy. And yada yada yada, cliche, I know, but still hurts an old man's heart. Just be sure to come back every now and then.
I mean, I'll be sure to visit Pops. Don't worry.
And so, you've noticed over the past few years, his health has been getting worse, coughing more. On one occasion, he struggled to get out of bed. But, I don't know. What are your thoughts on it? Do you just try to pass it off and think of other stuff, or are you worried?
It's Calvin very much so, like, isn't is like very content with his like current situation, in that he's like, the world in which I live is pretty great. However, it's like one of those like lingering thoughts in the back of his mind that he's like, I should probably maybe bring this up to him about this, but like not right now, sort of deal. He'll be fine, kind of like putting it off, sort of thing.
I don't think it goes well.
Okay. So you guys head to bed for the night. And sure enough, you kind of wake up the next day. Everyone, wakes up the next day at varying times. There's a little shake at 7:33 sharp, as promised, but nothing else seems out of the ordinary. Tourists head back onto the streets.
Was the mayor's address at 7:30 a.m. or 7:30 p.m.?
A.m. So, right. That slipped my mind for a second. Who shows up for the mayor's speech, if any of you?
Calvin.
Calvin.
Like he's every single time that, or like whenever the news person says a time something's gonna happen, like something that people should attend, he attends. Like it's just he's fulfilling his civic duty.
Gotcha.
Albert would probably have to force Catherine to attend to keep
You guys
up
live
the
right on the
presence
square.
of it.
You can see it
We're
from
right
the
there.
balcony. Yeah.
I would probably go.
But he
But
would
just-
get her out of bed early.
No, I'm going, but only to avoid my hungover father.
Let's go.
I probably could hear it from the alleyway that I'm still in.
Okay.
Probably looking for something in the garbage. I don't anything.
All right.
Is Jack
So
poor? Like what?
But
Who knows?
yeah, you guys don't know yet.
there's
Okay.
some chunks of watermelon. There's some half stale pies. That's
take
what
it.
you mostly find. Yeah.
Food's food, man.
All right. And so at this time, at the very center of the square, well, not the very center, a little bit north of the square, a box has been set up, and the mayor himself has walked up and got it all set up. For those of you who live in the area, his name's Tom Valenforth. He's relatively young for a mayor, and clean shaven. So he had some dirty blonde hair, a brown cap, and a sweater vest. So he looks very old timey despite being younger. That's how he won the older vote.
Albert,
And so you guys, he's kind of like,
Politics never change.
before his speech, he was kind of like doing some competition for biggest watermelon. And so he, as people walk up, you can kind of hear him going, and as guessed by the watchmaker himself, Emma Middlesting wins the prize for the largest watermelon. Second year in a row. Oh, it's for the best. And some young woman walks up, pumping her fist. If anybody's looking at the other stand that Calvin went to, they're slamming their fist on the table in utter rage. They know what the watchmaker said, but are still pissed.
Can I look over to the watermelon stand and be like, "You'll get him next time," just like.
Thanks.
Don't worry about it. It was plenty large enough for me.
All right, everyone settle down. There was some cheers, but not that much. Again, the watchmaker predicted the winner, so nobody's that surprised. All right, Emerald Rivers. I want to take the time now to reflect on the past year, as is the yearly tradition. And so he starts going into watermelon production was up 2.4%, well above the watchmaker's expectations. And there's cheers and clapping, and everyone's pumped.
How do we know that he just didn't? And I'm probably just at the edge of the crowd muttering this to myself. How do we know he didn't tell us less than he actually predicted, just so that we'd be happier?
Oh my gosh.
You hear someone get shut.
Did Calvin hear that?
If you're at the front, no.
No, I'm like,
I'm
I like Calvin 100%. He goes to these things, but he's never at the front. He's just like kind of just in the crowd.
I'm not in the crowd. I'm like, if there's
Okay.
like a building I can like lean against and make sarcastic comments to myself, that's where I am.
Alright, and so, like, you know, the mayor's continuing, like, bless the watchmaker, thank him for the stability that we all live under. Truly, everything is for the best. Everything is for the best! And kind of like a loud chorus. And at 7:33, just 3 minutes into the speech, you feel a low rumble. On time, as expected. Unfortunate that the watchmaker couldn't delay it for us, but he has his reasons, and he kind of continues along, praising Big Watermelon. not much more to talk about in the yearly review. You know, maybe something about like, and we still have wonderful people here, beautiful people, perfect people. I love them.
We're
But
gonna
in the middle
build a
of
wall
that,
and make Poseidon
there's-
pay for it.
In the middle of that, there's a second rumble. And the mayor's like, oh, that wasn't on the calendar. I'm sure the watchmaker made another rumble that's even louder. And suddenly it like starts bumping up and down, and people start like backing away out of the town center. Cries of like, run, run! Start like, you know, panic sets in quickly as the ground just moves up and down before there's a small burst in the middle. And you just see this giant steam cloud puff up into the air. And you try to get a look at what you're seeing. And what you're seeing is a giant, huge, clockwork steel contraption. Armored in gold. And glistened with the watchmaker's honeybee symbol on both arms. This thing looks menacing. It locks on to the mayor, and immediately extends an arm with hydraulics and knocks him down before looking at other civilians and preparing to attack. Does anybody make a move here?
Calvin's like immediately pulling out his musket. He's like, never fear, people of Emerald City. I will defend you. Like, so, like, very just like.
Jack's gonna be intrigued by that. He's gonna look around the corner, and I think he's gonna get his contraption ready.
Alright.
Albert is probably gonna like push Catherine along with the crowd. Like, go with them. Find someplace safe. I'll be right
No.
there. I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you.
Fine, fine. And she kind of follows. The few regulators that are there, the soldiers, are kind of like absolutely shitting their pants and are like just instead like walking people away. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Instead of actually dealing with this thing. So Calvin, you pull out your musket. The mech notices. Roll initiative.
Alright.
Yeah, and I'm probably backed
Boom.
away a little bit and then saw what Calvin is doing and just like, ah! And then now we're gonna like.
That's an 8.
Yep. Okay. Anybody else making a move here, or are you sitting back and watching?
I'm gonna wait for Calvin to make his thing, but I'm gonna roll initiative anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, same for me. I'm kind of just
Holding.
standing like
Go
Calvin.
to the bathroom.
Calvin is far more front and center than I am. I'm kind of just like sitting near the
10,
where the crowd left and just kind of like on my
Five.
cane watching.
Alright. If you want, I can put markers down for people, or we can just do this by voice. I don't really have, like, custom markers for everyone. I have a Monopoly man, and that's it. He's gonna represent the man.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that'd be
gotta get chunky.
19.
Dang, okay. So, Tyler, you're holding your turn, and Luke, you're holding your turn.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Alright, so Calvin, you're gonna go first.
Calvin's taking a pee break first.
Nice.
He just like off
Alright,
to the side in the bushes, like just a minute.
we
One
can
sec.
just camp for a bit then. Alright. Okay, got that written down. So, I guess while I'm sitting here, I can describe this a little bit further. It's kind of a humanoid shape, with just steam puffs coming off of it from all sorts of different parts. It's mostly red, and it has an axe in one hand and a crowbar in the other. And so it has pipes off the back just spewing different colored steam. But it doesn't look an amazing shape. It looks battered. Some of its armor plates seem missing. Some have holes in them. Calvin, you're gonna take a shot or what at this thing?
Yes, I am. All right. Actions. All right.
Where do you want me to place you, Calvin?
Like in the middle of the crowd. That's kind of
Alright.
where he was.
Monopoly Man down?
Middle of the crowd. Okay. So, I'm gonna use Jasper's bird sprite for you.
Okay.
Let's shrink him down one. Dang, why is it so hard to shrink sometimes? Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna put you about right here. Make note, each big square is about 5 feet.
How do I like? Did you like change the map up?
Yeah, we can't because you got the clockwork stuff on it.
Oh, did I not? Wait. Are you guys not on the battle map?
We're not on the
I
battle
can't.
map right now.
See the battle map.
Ah. So wait, where are you?
We're on Clockwork.
Like the clock?
At the red clock, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Is that what
Here.
you see?
No, I see the battle map as well.
What?
Yeah, let me refresh.
Yeah, refreshing should fix it.
Okay.
Also, don't forget to mute yourself
There
again.
we go.
Oh, there we go.
True.
Wait, so you didn't see the town map I had up? Dang. Okay.
No, that's kind of.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
unfortunate.
That's alright, we'll go
Tragic.
back to that.
Also, I can't move around the map.
Yeah, there's no
Oh,
hand.
oh,
Yeah, there's no pan function. You just have to zoom out, like up and down.
Yeah. Alright,
oh.
Mara, where are you?
So I'm gonna be towards the edge because I just peeked out of the alleyway. So I'll be in probably one of the corners.
Okay.
So I'll probably be like probably I would say top right, maybe kind of by those boxes.
Okay.
So I'm still gonna have a little bit of cover right there.
Alright. I'm gonna make you this really ugly flag. Because I have a lot of pictures to choose from. Okay. You see yourself, Luke?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, and then Tyler. Where do you want me to place you?
I just near the. He's gonna be like at the. I can't see anything right now. For whatever reason, my computer decided to just restart. I don't know why. But I would be behind everyone else. I'm like right, like the crowd left the area. I pushed Catherine along, and I'm like right where she was left there. So my goal is to be behind everything, just observing right now.
Alright, I'm gonna put you in the bottom left, kind of by these crates.
Okay.
And then Melvin, where would you say you are? If you're even on the map.
Probably bottom right-ish.
Okay.
Not like hiding behind all that stuff. Actually, if I could see what's in the bottom left, I might be over there.
It's a few crates.
I,
Kinda where
you know what,
the map is.
I'd probably be like leaning against some of the crates back there. Also, Josh, if you're trying to like view things through the stream, it's probably not very easy.
Okay, so I can't figure out how to.
I mean, isn't Manny streaming it?
Well, Manny's streaming it through Twitch, but I think Josh might be trying to view through the Discord stream that I have. Wait, I can move the people.
Yes, you can.
Now I can see the battle map.
Tyler is gone.
I know. I'm trying.
He's
I'm
out.
trying.
Yeah.
My computer restarted for whatever stupid reason.
Oh, god damn it.
This is why I connected on my phone and not my computer. Why can I not connect to this one?
It's cutting off the top of the battle map no matter what I try. Oh,
Oh God, this.
okay. That's good enough.
And then we go
I
up,
can
down.
see-
Okay, I'm figuring
see
this
enough.
out. We probably should have
I
had a
can
session
describe
0
this
where we
as
figured
well.
this out. It's okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna. I don't think my
Oh, there's a
internet's gonna
snap.
connect, so I'm just gonna watch the stream.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're all falling apart here. Alright, alright.
Like that's interesting. All right, Manny, are you there?
I am here.
He's working on something. Okay.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Lovely. In the water festival. Kind of interrupted by Jackass Robot.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so the top like mouse selector thing, there is a pan view option up in the top left.
Oh.
Okay, so the way I found it, so if you like use like the scroll wheel on the map, it zooms and like zooms in or out. But if you like scroll on the white, it pans up and down.
Scroll on the what?
Oh, like to the side of the image?
Yeah, to the side of the image. Yeah.
He's
Oh.
right.
He's right. Shit.
Alright, Manny, back.
Yeah, I'm here. You can't see my face, but
It's fine.
yeah. Oh my God! I used the cursor on accident. I just screwed up all the settings. Okay, okay. We can fix this. Because we're getting better. Okay, boom. So, do I go first?
Yes,
Where's the machine? Is it the Monopoly Man?
it is Monopoly Man.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna shoot. Bop.
Blast him.
That is a 19 to hit.
That is.
Hype. Okay.
First hit of the
Let's
thing.
fucking go!
And then, oh, jeez, this does a lot. Whoop. Never mind. 3 damage.
Oh no.
So, you take a pot shot at this thing, and it immediately focuses on you, and both of its arms, like, hydraulic press inward, and it looks towards you, and it's gonna make 2 strikes against you.
That's no
It's
good.
it's a 21 hit.
Maybe, yeah.
Alright, let's see. Okay, if you guys want, I can, now, I'm gonna roll this perfectly, because I'm a scoundrel. So, Manny,
What's
one
up?
of the hydraulic punches nails you in the gut. It just sends you to the ground. Doesn't knock you prone, but just hurts like hell. And that's gonna be 16 damage.
Ugh, no, thank you.
The second one goes right by your head and barely misses, creating like a hole in the ground right behind you.
Ugh. 16 damage?
Yep.
Where?
That's a big
Okay.
number.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Big number. That's like all my
That's
health.
like 2/3 of my hit points.
That would be 4 or 3/4 mine.
That would be dead. I'm dead. That would be
Are you a wizard again?
No, I'm just an old frail man. With an 8 in con.
Oh, I was about to ask what your con was.
Alright, Tyler, are you still holding your turn? Or.
He's yeah, he's gonna, you know what, he's gonna go. He's going to, he doesn't want anyone to see he's involved. So he just kind of like, he's standing off to the side, right? And he's going to, as an action, flick a card up from his sleeve. And it's gonna become razor sharp, and he's going to, like, flick it really quickly at the thing and miss is what. No, we're gonna re-roll. We're gonna roll lucky. Use a lucky point.
Oh,
We're using another lucky point. We're gonna use our
Classic
last lucky
Tyler
There we go.
fashion.
Classic Tyler. That's a 19. Use all our lucky points on the first
Alright,
attack,
that
maybe.
hits. That hits.
Okay, so it's gonna 1. So now I get to wait. Hold on. That's not it. So because it was the card I threw with the blade, that was the suit. So now I get to roll my sneak attack damage on it. So that's 1, 8, 11 damage, and it takes 4 damage next turn.
Okay, 4 damage next turn.
Yeah. So
Alright, so you launch those
15
cards
in
in,
total.
and those totally just lodge into some frail pipes, and you just see beam burst and send your cards back into the air. Alright, Jack Morrow, are you...
I'm gonna make a move, so I'm gonna whip out my Eldritch Cannon and take a direct shot. So let's roll. Roll the hit. So let's roll 20, 15 plus my dex. That's 17. The hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right. So then that would be 2d8. Oh wait, slash roll.
Corinne.
What the?
Oh!
Oh wow.
Perfect shot. Oh.
That's
So you
nice.
just blast this thing in one of its, like, boilers on the back, catching it by surprise, and it just blows and kind of, like, shocks him a little bit. And as he starts turning around, Calvin, it's your turn again.
All right. So is he right? He's right next to me.
He's right in front of you.
Okay. So gotta like, I sling my musket up because it's right there, so he doesn't want to shoot right in front of him. And then he's gonna pull out like his scimitars,
Yeah.
and he's gonna go for some choppy chops. All right.
love me some choppy chops. Yeah, 7.
That is a 16 and a 12 to hit.
16 hits.
All right. Eight damage.
Nice. Alright, so you just start cutting this thing up, and it's already bruised. It's just, and from every direction, it's taking cards, it's taking a blast from a cannon, it's now taking cuts. It's like overwhelming for it. So it's its turn now, and Manny, you are the only thing.
Take 4 damage.
Remotely
I haven't
inside.
already done it already.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So the extra 4. So an extra blast one of the pipes as it
Oh,
turns.
can I for my bonus action can I second wind? So
That's probably a good idea.
I forgot I was a fighter. Okay, cool.
Alright. Please take advantage of that. I
Yeah.
need you guys to live. Okay. it's gonna go straight to humanity, and it's gonna like get ready to just sock it to you because you're the only thing close to it. Everybody's run off. So it's gonna take another 2 possible strikes against you. Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
Okay. Only one of the strikes hits. 1 to 21. I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Just rolled max damage. Alright.
Alright. I
One
can take
strike
it.
to your gut. That's 20 damage. As it just nails you again. It's fucking pissed. And it needs to take
I was
out
at
one.
21 health.
Oh my.
Wait, hold up, I might have something.
Don't worry, guys. I can take it.
At this moment, Melvin, you notice your father, he's not completely, he's kind of, I don't know, had a drink or two this morning for the mayor's speech.
More like
He was celebrating the mayor's speech but not listening to it in the tavern, and he's seeing the chaos, and he's like, what is going on? And so, Derek is running towards this mech, from the east. He's gonna take it down. But he's not close enough to do anything. He's just running. He's gonna be represented by this beautiful texture of muddy feet.
Yes.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Alright. So you're still standing to the side, Melvin?
Yeah, I mean, okay, now that my dad's there, I'm like, fuck, what is he doing? So I probably, like, try to make sure he's not gonna die. Goddamn idiot.
Alright. If that's the case, you can either move now or roll initiative and I'll insert you into the slot. I'll give you the choice.
I'll roll some initiative and
Alright.
Or 21.
Well, you're gonna go right now anyway.
Awesome.
So remember, you're that little black square by the tent in the bottom right.
Okay, so I have 30 feet of movement, which means I can move a little bit.
You can move right up next to Calvin if you want.
I could. I can't really get in range of Monopoly Man, so I don't really want to get hurt by Monopoly Man.
Remember, I'm not using the grid given, so you can go a little bit further. It's weird. There's a grid overlaid, but the grid I designed is there too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because I was using the, like, snap to center
Yeah.
thing. It was like, that's like 45 feet. But I do like the whole snap to center. You know what? I guess I could get up to him, but I don't actually know if I want to. Where? My dad is mud. Manny, you said you're dead?
No,
No, he's
I'm at 1 HP.
Ah, you know what? 1, 2, 3.
If I had rolled a 7 on that second wind, I would have died.
I'll go ahead and move up close enough to smack my good old buddy Calvin. I'll give him a good old pat on the back. Cast everyone's favorite cure wound.
Nice.
Which is what, 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier. So a d8 plus 3 gets 7. 7 HP.
Ugh.
I'm gonna go ahead and back away a little bit,
Okay.
and then bonus action, bardic inspiration. To my dad or Calvin?
Out of the two of them, which is right in front of the machine?
I'm like, that's a good point. I'll give it to Calvin, and I'm gonna give it by saying, gotta kill that thing before it kills you or my dad.
On
Wait,
it!
Big, where did you end up?
Where did I end up?
Yeah. Where do you want to move your square?
Move me like one to the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. That. Okay. 19. Is that? I believe that's Sir Albert Nickelback.
Am I the blue or the green tile again?
You are the bluish one.
The bluish one? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to sneak up. I want a bonus action, cunning action to hide.
Okay.
And I want to move like right here behind this box,
Okay.
and then I'm going to throw another card, and because I'm hidden, I have advantage. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Alrighty. And so that's, let's see, what is that? Is that heart? Please tell me that's heart. Yes, that's heart. Okay, so because I rolled heart on the suit of my card, I get to roll sneak attack, and so it takes 10 damage, 10 points of slashing damage, and I gain 2 temp HP.
Okay. Noted. Jack Morrow, it's your turn. The cards again go under its armor plate and blast off of the plates to the side, going over your head, but you're fine.
I see that Calvin is looking a little low, and he's struggling a little bit. So I'm gonna jump up on top of one of those boxes, fire my Eldritch Cannon again,
Okay.
and try and get attention, distract them a little bit. So I rolled a hit. 11, 13 to hit.
That does not hit. That's your turn.
Well, I don't. There's nothing else I can do. So. Yeah.
All right.
My turn.
Action. All right, Calvin, it's your turn.
All right. Probably the scimitars seem to do some good, so we're gonna go for it again. I'm gonna bardically inspire that 4.
Okay.
Come on, big money. All right.
Oh, wait. Wait. Manny, I'm gonna give you an inspiration point for that.
For what?
Big money. That's a Rush song title.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh
so
my
that's
Free,
I'm just
free
start
party.
throwing. I'm just start throwing Tom Sawyer lyrics, man.
Bruh.
okay. So
what is
that's
it?
a 23 and a 15 to hit.
Those both hit.
All right. Big damage. Kind of.
Oh wait.
Are you kidding?
8. No. 10.
Oh boy.
So you just like get up in this thing's face and you're cutting and slashing, but you're kind of like not doing much. You're just like cutting up one of the armor plates, but not really like hurting it.
It's like metal on metal's a little tough. Just like I'm cutting.
So, it's gonna turn away from you, and it's gonna move this way, over 10 feet. But its arms are gonna go separate ways, and it's gonna try to punch both Derek and you, Calvin.
Oh, okay. Wait. It went away. Do I get an opportunity attack?
Oh yeah.
All right. He ain't gonna know what hit him.
Don't roll minimum damage again.
Yeah, he isn't gonna know what hit him because I'm gonna miss. 8 to hit.
No. Hey, you! Just like swings and misses. It's still walking as one of its arms turns around to punch you. Oh fuck. Okay. Does it's a nat 20.
I wonder if that hits.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
Okay, you lucked out on the roll for damage. It's only 14 damage.
What am I at? Okay.
-7.
I'm up at 2.
You're up at 2?
Yeah.
Dang, that second wind helped
Alright.
a lot. And they killed him.
This was unplanned, but it also hits Derek. That's how much damage is that gonna be? Oh. Derek's knocked unconscious. In a single blow and off to the side. Just like punched squarely in the forehead, and so it's bleeding a bit up there. But he still seems to be breathing. Alright. Finn, your turn.
My turn?
Yes.
Oh. You know what? I'll go up to him and give him a little stabby stab.
Okay. What's that?
Hit
Like
him
right
stabby.
here?
Yeah, and dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, yep.
I swear, like, I swear I'm not lying on these rolls.
I think
1d8 plus 3. That's 9 damage.
alright, sick. Tyler, on that last card hit, there wasn't any extra damage, was there?
No.
Okay,
It,
just making sure.
it just healed me. That's what it did.
Alright, so you stab it in the leg and kind of twist your knife in, and you see some blue substance leak from one of the pipes onto your knife. And a steam pump kind of blow out. Tyler, it's your turn.
Alrighty, so we're going to once again. Let's see. The question is, how far away am I? Because he moved. Oh boy. Okay, so he's gonna move out into the open. He's gonna try to move like up here. If he threw a card from here, would this count as flanking him?
Given that he just punched both ways, yeah, his back is towards you.
Okay, so he's gonna move, up to like here, and bonus action, just gonna kind of like point his cane, like flick like his hand toward Calvin, like this young man looks like he needs some help, and bonus action guidance. You have a D4 to any ability check you want to make, if that's relevant at any point. And then he's gonna throw another card. This is his final card. So that's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And at the 2, that's good. Okay, so he takes 5 damage, but he is shackled, so his movement is halved, and he can only make one attack until his next turn.
Interesting. Okay.
Until my next turn.
Okay. Alright. It's gonna be Mr. Jackmoro's turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna see poor Calvin, like, really struggling over there, and I'm gonna flip a switch on my Eldritch Cannon, put my goggles down, and instead of firing a bomb, I'm gonna fire a protection shot, which I will roll to hit. Roll 1d20. Or do I need to roll the hit if I'm hitting an ally?
I don't know how that works. I didn't know this was
For an ally,
Yeah.
they can choose to like get hit if they
Oh.
want.
Well, do you want to get hit with temp
Yes,
harm?
please.
Alright, so you get my wiki dot maybe. So 1d8 plus 4 temp hit points.
Jesus Christ. Everyone's just expending their healing on me right now.
Alright, Calvin, it's your turn. You gotta make it up for them.
Wait, hold up. Let me.
Okay, I want to back up a few
Roll.
paces so that like maybe like somewhere close to the boxes, maybe.
Okay, so like here?
No, maybe a little like 2 squares up.
Okay.
Yeah, like there. And then I'm pulling out my musket again.
Let's go!
Then we're gonna. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just reading gunslinger stuff. Okay, cool. All right. So this is a machine, right?
Yes.
So I would assume bullying shot wouldn't work on it, right? Or I have to
Try?
make an intimidation check to gain advantage on the roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're probably not going. You can try if you want, but
Okay, Calvin's gonna try because he's he's just gonna try for it. Which is, hey, Rust Bucket, over here, and just point the musket at him, fire. So can I roll intimidation, disadvantage or something?
yeah.
Here goes nothing.
Come
That's
on.
very good. That's
Yeah.
a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then I'm also gonna action surge, so I fire twice.
And that robot is oiling its bolts right now.
All right, and then I'm gonna make that second shot a violent shot. No! Oh, it's with advantage. Thank God. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Not that-
So that's an 18 to hit on the first one,
Okay, that hits.
and then a dirty 20 to hit on the second one.
Alright, those both hit.
All right, and then what do I get to add?
Give me a second.
Oh wow, Jesus, violent shot's insane. Okay.
Sounds rather violent.
So that's 34 damage.
You shoot this thing, right? It's like a Star Wars moment. There's like a little valve in the back, and you shoot straight into it, and it goes down into whatever reactor it has, and this thing just fucking explodes, Michael Bay style, into smithereens, and fiery burning armor plates and like tubes, and some little blue liquid spews all over the spot. A little bit on top of Ving. He's right there, but no harm done. And the thing just erupts. Oh shit. So
This thing's got some kick. Oh.
And so you're looking at these remains, and you see kind of So, Sir Albert Nickelback, you do notice that Catherine, at some point you didn't notice, ran over and started looking at Derek over to the side and was watching over him.
Okay. She didn't leave. Great.
You can confront her about that or ignore it for the time being. I'm leaving that up to you.
He'll run up to Catherine. I think the goal was met. He was not seen visibly like helping that much in the fight. It didn't seem like that much.
Gotcha.
So he's gonna go help out with Derek. Miss Catherine, I thought I told you to leave, to run. It's quite dangerous.
This man, he needed help. Okay, Albert, I'm not gonna turn my back on his soul.
Well, at least you're safe.
And so, Catherine's kind of just looking over the dude. Albert, do you think we could bring him back to the home just to let him rest? Doesn't seem safe out here.
I think it is something your parents would be very much inclined to do. Yes.
Okay, so you two start moving. The regulators have noticed that the battle's kind of over. That this machine has been torn to ruins, and so they're marching to the center, starting to impose order. Calvin, you're kind of told, hey, step aside, officials here. Watchmaker's business, please continue your day.
Calvin probably
Ving
just
is
steps
told the same thing. I know Ving's here not right now, but Finn's kind of in a daze. I'll just say that after being covered in junk. Jack, one of the regulators goes out, hey you! Get out of the square!
Alright. How many of the regulators are in the square?
They're starting to filter in. It looks like a squad of half a dozen.
Like, how many is that, like, of the total?
The total, probably close to the total amount. Not many, there's normally never soldiers here, but a few were sent for the festival, just in case.
I'm gonna start trying to make my way. I'm gonna start making my way to the rail station, seeing as a good chance to maybe finally hitch that ride.
Gotcha. Okay. Actually, right here, since Aiden's doing stuff, I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break if anybody needs to do anything.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll keep the